And here we go. We have herO in the top left of Oceanborn, and in the bottom right, we have Trap. Okay, so what does this match look like? herO, obviously in great shape, right? No question there. He's in good shape. He's been very active for quite some time. Continues to show that he's one of the best Protosses in the world. And in particular, his micro is good and better than Trap's micro, and it always has been, and it likely always will be, okay? herO has been one of the top micro players, especially with Stalkers, forever. It's him and Parting as the top two, and it literally always has been. So you have to take that into consideration as Trap. If you have the same amount of Stalkers as him, you're probably going to lose. So you probably want to win strategy-wise. You don't want to win micro-wise. You want to win strategy or tactics. Those are going to be the areas where you can outplay herO. And especially considering, you know, he's been in the military, right? And he didn't really play. There's just no way that he's going to win with the same build order as herO. So he's going to have to do something with that. Now, obviously, I would choose herO as the favorite here. But I don't know. We'll see what Trap goes for. Strategy and tactics are not the same thing. So strategy would be the overarching thing that you're trying to do, the overarching idea. Tactics are the smaller moves that help you to get towards that idea. Right? So, like, for instance, maybe you want to do a Blink Stalker or like Blink Stalker with a Warp Prism, and like that's your strategy is to do that and try to kill your opponent's natural. Okay, let's just say that's not like a common strat, but like let's say that's what it is. A tactic might be you fly your Prism up into the main base and drop off like your early game 2 Adepts or something. It draws his army out of position, and then you run forward with your Stalkers to get into position, right? That would be a tactic. That's not a strategy. Your strategy I already discussed with you, right? You're trying to kill the natural with Blink Stalkers. The tactic would be the actual move that you're trying to set it up with, basically. I like that sentry going across the map. A lot of sentries being made, and I like it because the sentry did get mega buffed for this matchup. Does a lot more damage to shields now. Very cool to see. So we're just going to have hallucinated phoenixes go across the map. Okay, so herO actually goes Robo, and Trap goes Twilight. Now, we generally feel that Twilight is a little bit better than Robo in these situations. Right? The Robo, yes, you can make Immortals, and that'll be almost certainly what he does. But if you're going Immortals, your opponent can go 3rd Nexus and get Charge and Blink, right? Now, it used to be more playable. Like, at one point in time, it was better meta to go Immortal, Archon, some Blink, and Charge, right? That was a very good, strong, cost-efficient way to play. The metagame, this was years ago now, changed so that it's actually quite a bit stronger to just go faster 3rd base, heavier Charge and Blink. And you just kind of outmaneuver your opponent. You don't allow them to get as many bases as you, that type of thing, okay? So looking at these positions, Trap has a better build, I guess we could say. A better strategy, perhaps. Although, I feel like I'm like on a fucking kids TV show right now trying to teach you guys about this. Although, with that Prism, we might see some good tactics. All right, so... Oh! herO is playing a bit cheeky here. Okay, so he turns that around after the hallucination goes away. Now, what herO's doing, see this? He's taking a 3rd, he's making Immortals, and he's going Glaives. There's a very, very old build. Oh my god, I've got such a smile on my face right now. This is so funny to see this. There's a very, very old PvP build where you would go Glaives with Immortals, and you just... basically, the Adepts protect the Immortals. And you can threaten huge Shadens, too, of course. But like the Immortals are dealing the damage to the Stalkers, and the Stalkers can't blink on top of the Immortals because the Adepts, there's a million Adepts there, right? This is really funny. I can't believe he's going for this strat. I can't believe he's doing this right now. It's so crazy. Okay, now he's warping in some Adepts after that hallucination flew away. So I don't think his opponent's like Trap's not really on top of what's going on here. Now, by the way, in theory, the Stalker play is still better, but in practice, fucking anything can happen here. Okay, so ooh. Okay, good juggles from herO. The micro holds up. Glave's almost done. A lot more gates on the way. Now, if he can kill the third base, it's going to be huge. Okay, well, that wasn't very good. Glave's about to finish. Oh, boy. Taking some chunky damage right there. Dude, this is so funny to see him doing this build. I can't even believe it. All right, comes forward now. And trying to power everything down. The Overcharge doing a fucking fantastic job. Gets the Prism. Going after the Immortals. He's going to be able to pick that off. But how much damage will be dealt by these Adepts? And is that going to be what makes the huge difference? Still fighting Immortals over here. Dude, a lot of probes are going down. This Trap might actually still be okay. I know that sounds insane because there is a lot of damage being dealt. Oh, wow. He cancels that out. I'm surprised he canceled that out. Okay, so basically what's happening here, guys, is the counterattack from Trap has to do a lot. Okay? It has to do a lot here. Good micro so far. Oh, yeah, this is barely not going to work, I think. I like the ideas that Trap has. But he's lost just about all of his workers, so he needs to do very similar damage to herO at this point. Nice. Dude, that's a lot of Adepts. That is a lot of Adepts. Okay, so 19 workers at 39. That's not going to be winnable here anymore. Even though he's got, like, in theory, stronger units, the amounts are just, it's too overwhelming from herO's side, I think, and almost twice as many workers still. He is trying to counterattack with a few other Stalkers on the other side. Doesn't seem like it's going to work, but I like the idea, right? Like, he's just going to utilize the mobility of the Blink Stalkers. Ooh, the second Immortal is brutal. Yeah, just as he starts to catch up a little bit in workers, loses more over there. herO going to win game one. Crazy build from herO. I'm really surprised he used that. Why did this strat stop being good? Well, it's a little bit all in, right? It doesn't scale well. Adepts do not scale well at all. I'm trying to remember exactly why it went out of style back then, and I'm having a hard time. I'll keep that going in the back of my head because I definitely casted the games where it happened. But I'm not able to remember exactly what forced out of the meta back then, why it doesn't really enter the meta now. Everything is very heavy Blink Stalker based, right? And you saw that with the Overcharge, like there was a lot of shit going on there. But like, for instance, with Overcharge, he was able to fight against that army still. Now imagine this, right? Like imagine you have some sort of wall and you just put a shade there so his shades can't go into your natural and kill all your probes, right? If this was a common strategy, people would do that. What are you going to do? You just have to fight. The Stalkers are actually better. In theory. Obviously, crazy stuff happens in practice. Yeah, the Sentry balance update came into play for sure. What other changes may Trap not be ready for? Gosh, he was gone for a bit. I'm trying to think for this matchup. Let me think about that. I don't think anything is like super out there that would surprise him. I do remember when DRG literally didn't even read the fucking patch notes and played in GSL and still advanced, despite not knowing that queens can't transfuse off of creep. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I was like, what? And then in the interview, he was like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't know. And it's like, your job is being a pro gamer. This is the least professional thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Anyways, I don't think anything like that's going to happen to Trap here. Nothing really comes to mind where it would be like a big catch you in this. A lot of the Protoss changes have kind of been, you know, it's like, okay, disruptors cost another supply. Is that really going to catch them? I don't think so, right? Like, yeah, nothing really comes to mind. There haven't been that many nerfs. Anyways, ramped naturals. I don't know. 1 gas for herO and 2 gas for Trap. So it looks like herO just wants to make the Nexus and Trap maybe wants to attack. Gonna block this. So like right now looking at this, better opener for Trap again. Fairly, no, I guess not actually. He made the second gas, he's not mining out of it. Now this is actually just statistically wrong. Okay, he catches that probe. Oops. But like if you have 2 geysers and you have 3 in 1, the first 2 workers on a geyser mine at peak efficiency, and the third one is generally slightly lower. And it actually matters. StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 are a little bit different than that as well. It depends on where the geyser is, what side of the command center there is. Okay, so Stargate coming up for Trap. Nexus is already there for herO. Almost halfway done. Trap still getting some good scouting on. Is Trap going to make his Nexus? I don't mind when you go Nexus, like Stargate Nexus. This is a little bit slow on the Nexus, though. Like, if you can get your Nexus started when their Nexus is around halfway done, I feel like that's pretty decent for the Stargate player. And then you just kind of go Twilight, and I feel like that's good. But, dude, why does Trap have a Zealot in here? What is going on? I'm, like, so confused. I'm not watching for these things because they're so weird. Like, why is there a Zealot in this base? Dude, it's wrecking. Dude, it gets 2 probes. Really nice. Really nice. Okay. Yeah, just a few stalkers kind of wandering around the map right now. Trap going to want to pull those back. All right, so Oracle on the way. And I do want to see if this is going to be a Twilight follow-up here for Trap. Right, because Oracle Blink, in my opinion, is a very good counter to Blink. Very good counter. Oh, wow. Bit surprised at what we're seeing here. But you know what? It works out like a fucking charm. Holy crap, Trap. Dude. Legit. Gets 5 probes, kills 2 stalkers, loses 2 stalkers. I think that was completely decent. Yeah, it does have a shield battery up here, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get that damage. Flies towards that natural. Again, only 1 stalker here. Okay, going to fly out. Decent. Getting his 3rd Oracle. Right? Only 2 are going to be alive. And it looks like he will go into Blink. Okay. So yeah, Oracle Blink versus Oracle. I mean, sorry, Oracle Blink against Blink. I've always felt like, because we see this a lot, right? Basically, if you go Blink early on, it's pretty good against Stargate openers. Definitely not bad. But if you open up with Oracles and then you go into Blink, it's like, yes, your opponent technically has a little bit more stalkers than you. But what the Oracles give you are, well, they force your opponent to play defensively and leave units back. Okay? They give you constant scouting, and they can give you things like stasis wards as well. And the thing is, with the constant scouting and everything, like, you know everything they're doing. You have detection built in, right? Like, it always feels to me like the Oracle Blink player is in a better position. Like, look at this. Nice. Just flies in, kills a few, and get out of here. Get out. Get out. Oh, you're just going to sack him, maybe? Or, no, you only recalled 2. So he will lose 1. But look at that. Suddenly, Trap is up 4 workers. Third Nexus is coming up for herO, though. And the Oracle scouts the 3rd, so that's actually a very powerful scout. These Oracles have really done their job. Third Nexus gets started. And plenty of Stalkers. 6 versus 7, right? Yeah, get in there. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here remembering right now, watching Patience with 8 Blink Stalkers against 8 regular Stalkers lose the battle. And I'm thinking about that right now very heavily. Oh, man. Okay, so you can really see the micro difference here, where herO's micro is definitely better. We're at the warp in location for Trap, so Trap will be able to end up holding it. It was maybe a little bit of an overextension. Oh, very nice. Wow, herO's actually lost 2 more Stalkers. Yeah, did overstay his welcome there a little bit. And you can see now, right, we're within 3 workers, same Stalker count, and still an Oracle out on the map. You can't tell me that this isn't better right now for Trap. Looks fantastic. Getting his Robo now. Charge is on the way here for herO. With that Robo coming up, I do get worried he might go into Immortal. And, well, the thing is, you can still play the Immortal style and go into like a Mortal Archon charge. But I do think just straight charge is very good. If you feel like you're in a weird position where you're behind and he's just going to have more than you, then I think it is probably okay to go into Immortals and play a very defensive game. Here, Trap starts to come up for a bit of engage. But again, what I was talking about before holds true here. I don't want to see Trap try to out-micro. So if you're both on Blink Stalkers, just make some strategic moves to get into a position where it's not micro-based, right? Because, again, that is just really, really, really not your skill set as Trap and not how you're going to win. Dude, that's insane. That is a fantastic one. Stasis Ward, just one of the best spells in the game. So underrated. Okay, so Trap right now, yeah, he is getting the Immortal. He is going into charge. He is adding a ton of gates. Yeah, if he sits back in a very defensive stance here with some shield batteries, he can still be okay. He needs to get behind those shield batteries, though. See, look at that Blinken that gets rid of the shield batteries, and he lets his Zealots charge in. Very good moves here from herO, I think. Trap, I mean, we're at Trap space, though. We don't have a Prism or anything, so, like, what herO brought is what herO has, and as Warpins come in, he just has to turn around. It's kind of funny. I'm not sure. This is the second time we've seen herO attack like that, where it's like, dude, you're at his base. You don't have a Warpin, and he does. So even if you're a unit or 2 ahead, you can't maintain. What are we doing? So a 4th base gets started on both sides. It's actually a little bit quicker for Trap this time. Dark Shrine on the way for herO. There is no Observer, so that Dark Shrine, well, he is... yeah, he is making one. Okay. So maybe we'll see that come up and help him out. Look at this. Trap looks like he's planning on attacking. He almost went to the 3rd. These Blink Stalkers going elsewhere. Okay, he's going to see these now, and he knows that he can attack with his army. So this is turning into kind of a crazy game. Oh, my God. Look at this move from Trap. Gets up here. He's going to be able to take down the Forge really quickly. Dude, it's just more damage output here for Trap, without any doubt. It's more damage output. He's going... Like, this is going to be very good for him. Right? Well, he's uncharging some of the buildings. Oh, dude. The Dark Shrine. He's got to get the Dark Shrine. Well, there might not actually be any gates either. This is a crazy base trade at the moment. So they're both just destroying each other right now. Barely any warp-ins anywhere. Cannons going up. Cannons are actually maybe going to become important. Dude, what are you doing here? He needs to go attack the other bases. What the hell is he doing? Why is he sitting there? Is Trap a computer that's broken? It's like watching Alpha Star not know what to do against a Warp Prism. He's just fucking sitting there. Okay, recalls everything back. That's what the plan was. Right now, 2 probes remain for Trap. Not necessarily a good position, 2 probes. Now, that being said, he actually has a better army right now, I believe, right? So it's 16 against 12, 11 against 10, 1 against 1. 4 observers for herO. But we actually have mining going on for herO. I don't know that Trap even knows about the 4th base, by the way. Just need to throw that out there. herO comes into position. Oh, thank God they pulsate so we can see them earlier as Terran players. All right, I think what we're going to see here is he's going to utilize his observers to snipe this observer and then make DTs. That would be a really good play, but actually then he just loses all his observers. What? Come on, man. All right, Trap's screwed. Trap's screwed. I think he's screwed this up. Okay, he finally found the 4th, and now I think he realizes that he's going to lose. That's too bad, because he definitely should have won this game, I think. I think he just didn't realize the position he was in, because I think he thought he was against 3 base, not 4. Fairly certain about that. GG. And herO will end up taking down Trap 2-0. But again, Trap should have won game 1 or game 2 there. Absolutely should have. Definitely a bit of a blunder. Just wasn't really aware of the real situation. So that was Trap's run. Not bad. Taking down Byun. Pretty damn strong. And that means that we're going to have herO going up against Dark. Pretty sick. We'll just stay with him.